Morning, guys. How are we going? Me, not good. So we have problem neighbours that the facility here is trying to get rid of, and unfortunately, all of us are being affected. So it's all good, like in the sense of we're supporting each other through this. But we have two druggies that are causing problems. Severely. And after being woken up at 5 in the morning, not last night, the night before, having a door knock based on, oh, are you hearing noise? And Sir's like, no. So here we are waking up to that. It's like, no, we're all sleeping. And trust me, the complex is quiet. Like, if anything's to be heard, we do hear it in the position that we're in. And it was a quiet night overall. There was no wind, there was no storm, there was no noise from across the road, because sometimes people across the road in that apartment area, there's some noisy cars there that leave early in the morning for work. They must have certain work jobs that are very early in the morning, right? Normal life stuff. So, it was very bizarre, because it was like, there's been no noise and I'm a light sleeper. I would hear it. And so anyway, door closed. We said goodbye to her, or Sir said goodbye to her. I was watching on the Ring doorbell. And then, yeah, like they go down, that person goes downstairs and then makes bangs to echo up to us. So they think it's us. But I think it's the drugs. I think they're hallucinating. I think it's a bad batch of brownies or whatever. I don't know what they're into. I don't know what their drug of choice is. But I'm just saying, it's disgusting. The people providing this place have offered for us to be fitted into a place down in Mandurah, which is not far from us, until this sort of settles down. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to put people out. That will cost money. I don't want to move out of my place. It's just too disorientating for me. So I'm hoping it will be resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to get them out as soon as possible because, of course, naturally, drugs alone is a breach of any real estate law, let alone if it's especially disability living. But sadly, we have some people that shouldn't be on disability living, and this particular person is just a compulsive liar, which a lot of us have picked up on, and has a lot of issues and is blaming it all on autism, which I take offense to. So if anyone out there blames their tantrums and their mental problems on like bad behaving mental problems, not mental health issues or mental illnesses, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying, like, if they do bad behavior and they say, well, I'm autistic, most of the time those are the ones that use it as an excuse, are the ones that are just, I don't know. I think these people that have a mental illness think it's cool to be called autistic. Well, you're making us look bad because, yeah. The funny thing was, one minute they were yelling at people here, and then the next minute when the police rocked up yesterday, switch. They could talk normal, and it's just like, oh my God. Like, now, I've had meltdowns, and when there's been like a third party around, they see me the same way. I'm still in the meltdown. I'm still in that mode. You can't turn it on and off. But anyway, whatever. So I don't like people faking, whether it's a physical illness, whether it's autism. It's not cool. It's so not cool. And then on top of that, and then of course there's breaches of, like, it's their partner, but they're acting like it's a professional carer of theirs, and there's a lot of dodginess. And I should really be reporting it because something's not right with the setup with that. It's disgusting. There's people that need this system. There are people that genuinely need this system. So, unfortunately, these are the small percentages I was talking about. And this person doesn't ever talk. They scream all day, every day. Like, this person is so much on drugs, so often, or alcohol as well, I'm assuming, because there's no talking. There's no talking. It's just, it's like a barking dog, you know, like those yappy dogs that just go at you and you just like, I cannot have a reasonable comment. I can't even have a reasonable thought right now, let alone say something. So yeah, there's been a lot of door banging, like a toddler, slamming of doors at least 12 times in 5 minutes, and then do it all over again, and then all over again. And they sleep all day and drug up during the night. They fight every single day, all day long. Yeah, so they're always a bit, I should say, like 100% on the gear every night. So anyway, what happened last night? We took an early night because we were trying to catch up for what happened before, because we weren't feeling well yesterday. We had to clean the inside of our car, which I wish I could have filmed, guys, but because of the wake up at 5 a.m., I knew I was pushing it, doing an activity, and that was just me sitting there, just literally just wiping a few things. It was really Sir doing it, but I wanted to participate because I'm a person. I want to be involved. He'd already done all the outside, so yeah. So we're doing that. The gloop is awesome, by the way. Came up. The gloop is mate. I enjoyed it, and it did not give me the. So guess what I'm going to get it for now? I'm going to get a spare one to put in my laundry for the next car clean, and I'm going to get another one for my sensory box. Anyway, back to the story. Sorry. So last night we were woken up. We have a security system where we have a ring doorbell, and then we have a certain distance where we have planter boxes. You've probably seen them in videos. If anyone comes past that we will know. And it's a security thing. Even though it's a secure facility, I don't feel secure with these crazy ladies downstairs. They are very unstable. You don't see it often, okay? The screaming, and like it sounds like they throw things against the wall on a daily basis. The first time they moved in, they literally were punching at each other in our foyer. Like, they have no shame. They're just animals. I'm sorry, but they are. There's no class, and there's no remorse. Like, if there was a genuine meltdown, most people that are autistic would be like, I'm so sorry, I feel so guilty. That's a normal response to a meltdown. We feel terrible about it. But when you can turn it off and on, just know that's a tantrum. That's an adult tantrum if ever I saw it, okay? Because when someone is in a meltdown, they stay in that state. They don't come in and out and in and out. But when the police were there for nearly an hour, because they just said, because they were playing possum, open the door or kick it fucking open. They're known to the police. So I'd say that's the drugs. But basically, yeah, we had a visitor last night. Not knock on the door, but do enough to get, because you can hear the actual doorbell outside as well, as in the sensor. There's a sensor, and then there's a doorbell sound when you ring the doorbell. Because, of course, we have people here that we're friends with, and they know to ring the doorbell, right? Okay, 2 seconds. I have to check on that yelling. I don't know if it's in my head because it happens so often, or whether it's just below, because they live below us, whether it's in their apartment. I don't know. Anyway, so at 1:30 we were disturbed, and then I couldn't get to sleep for an hour or two because I feel threatened. I feel like even though we've not made one police report, everyone else has, right? We hear it, and Matt has confronted them twice to say, please be quiet, because there's signs everywhere. This is a disability facility. Please be quiet in common areas. So that's the rules. And of course there's going to be certain type of noise. We're all very tolerant of that. There's things where a lot of us drop things, you know, on the way to the bin room, or there's things that happen. But look, we're pretty relaxed and everyone knows each other here, except these guys are new. And wasn't a good entrance that they made. And no one wants them here. So we haven't actually been the ones to call the official police. All we've ever done is tell twice, with the 2 interactions we've had to have without wanting to, is our real estate agent, which is actually the people that run and own this place. So, you know, it's like, why are you loitering? And they don't live on our level. So they're level beneath us, like directly beneath us. There is no need to come to our level. So it's like, right, so you're just trying to wake us up. And then anyway, Matt went out to investigate for safety, because I have a lot of stuff in my front yard that, you know, just could get stolen. Nothing's like things that I would cry spilt milk over. Spilt milk over? Oh, for fuck's sake. I wouldn't cry over. The scripting just went a bit, sorry. The autistic scripting just went a bit wrong. But I wouldn't cry over anything if it was stolen. I mean, maybe something. You know what I mean, right? But we have possessions in our front area. We have a beautiful front area that's there to watch the ships. Remember, I told you I was going to watch the ships. So we've got chairs, and I've got decorative things on my coffee table and decorative things at my doorway. And so I thought, oh, gosh, have they stolen things or tried to destroy things, you know, just stuff like that. I've even got my little Lego. You guys have seen my backyard, which isn't really a backyard, my yard sort of video. If you haven't, go check it out. But yeah, we designed a little bit of our front yard with a bit of design. So Disney theme, of course. So I was worried that, you know, maybe they were just stealing stuff to just be revengeful and silly. But they're trying to revenge us for some reason, okay? And it's like, when you're screaming, and I'm telling you, these guys are screaming like, this isn't just like an argument kind of screaming. Like, these people, and no offense to same-sex relationships, but they're 2 chicks. And that's all good, right? All of you that are 2 chicks doesn't mean that you act this way, but they seem to just not be regulated. So they're constantly going at each other. And one of them's like, you're using me, blah, 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 to live here, blah, blah, blah. So there's accusations of being used for accommodation. And then there's, and get out, I don't want you here. But yet they keep being here. So anyway, and that person tries really hard to stay here because I think they want to live here. I do think they're using this person to live here. But the problem is, that's meaning that they just won't budge. So they scream at each other all day, every day. Let's just put it that way. So we all have to hear it. We're all sick of it. We're all exhausted. It's only been 2 weeks today. It's only been 2 weeks today. And we are so tired. So at 1:30 in the morning, naturally, we've been through all that. So we tried to capture it on recording. We couldn't capture it except for with our eyeballs we did. We saw that it was one of the ladies that's below, lives below. And like I said, as Matt came back in, he wasn't, just before he came back in, she closed the door. He was out there for quite a while, just sort of, and I was watching him on the camera, just standing there, just sort of waiting like, what? Like, is something else now going to happen, you know? Because obviously, what would you be doing otherwise, you know? What are you trying to do? So he just stood there quietly, just waiting. And I had the what do you call it, the microphone, because I was listening out too to see if I could hear some noise. And then I heard from inside, down through the ground, a little clunk, clunk. And I thought, oh, you can close your door quietly. Motherfuckers. So they can close their door quietly. So I've learnt that today. That's good to know, because the door slamming and the excuse of it's an automatic door. It's like, yeah, I've got one too. And mine's actually a super duper one because of my wheelchair, because she doesn't have a wheelchair. So I said, yeah, I know, but like it doesn't make a bang noise like that. There's like a slow sort of, at the end it has a slow close and a, even the old one I used to have, which was like probably the one that she's got, it doesn't bang like that. So anyway, they were banging internal doors, which we've got recordings of. We showed the police. So after the police spent that time talking to them, they felt a bit stupid. And it's just like, really? You believe them? You've had calls from probably 5 separate individuals in a 20-people facility for disability, and you don't believe us? Don't you hate liars? Like, it just, And then there was the one-up game, you know, because I actually said yesterday during the day, because after we cleaned the car and I was sitting at our front al fresco for the first time, trying to enjoy it. And there was this, you know, banging continuing, but it was less outside than inside because there's internal doors. And so I thought, oh, well, all I have to put up with out there is the external door. I can breathe through that. No, I couldn't, because there was also voices, because, yeah. So I leaned over and all I said was, please, can you stop banging the doors? I have a heart condition. Please, can you stop? And I was trying to be really nice, like I'm stupid, right? Trying to be really nice, thinking there's some logic there. It's during the day. You're probably not drug fucked. Please just listen. No. I'm very naive. You know. Please take alcohol because it's better than drugs. I know how to deal with alcoholics, sadly, but I do not know how to deal with druggies. I don't. Like, and then she just started screaming at me. She told me to go die. So when I speak to the police today, because we've made a report with our property people, and I will be making a report with the police because, yeah, it's just getting out of control, and it is just disturbing the peace to the point where my health is being affected. I didn't get a good night's sleep because the night before, like not last night that I'm talking about now, being woken up at 1:30 by one of them, which was, I recognised it, and he said he actually saw her face as she went down the stairs. I recognised her as being the same person, so we're pretty sure it's the same person. He's dead set sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm watching on a camera, so anyway. But the Ring doorbell cameras are pretty clear, as you guys know, so it's not hard to tell, right? It's modern technology, but yeah, it was just like, this is now stalking, intimidation, retaliation for no reason. Like, we didn't call the police on them yesterday. We didn't call the police on them any other time. Others have, and rightly so. And we're being encouraged to do so because this behaviour is antisocial, disorderly, and this is a disability facility. And there are people like me, I'm not the only one, who have risk factors that can happen from this. Naturally, as you guys probably can know, because some of you are disabled, and if this was your environment, I'm sure you would have an effect on your body, right? So it's just not a good situation. But the laws against the people, my people, that are trying to get them out, okay? So this is where things are shitty. These are these small percentage of them, right, who rip off the system. So I'm hoping they're being reported to the fraudulent team, because saying that it was a professional carer and then actually admitting it's the fiance, then it turned into wife, because it was the one-upping game yesterday when Sir was basically saying, because when I said, you know, can you please close the doors quietly and stop banging the doors, and told to go die, Sir kind of got into that mode. What did you say to my wife? So, no, he wasn't being aggressive, but he just went downstairs to their level, and we're allowed to go on the common walkways, and just stood there and said, come on, what's going on? It's like dealing with children, okay? And we've got adult children, so we're like, okay, you can try any trick in the book, and we probably know it. We probably know it. So cut the crap, cut the bullshit. But no, from coming to our place at 5 in the morning, the first comment out of context was, I'm autoimmune compromised too. Matt, I've got 1 year to live. I'm thinking, okay, someone's told them about my health condition, so not happy about that. But don't know how that got out. And then it's like, because, you know, even with my heart condition, I got a heart condition too. Wow, we must have the same, we must have the same condition then. Wow, so much in common. But you're young and you're healthy and you're walking around and using drugs and screaming and yelling at each other. You got a lot of energy. A lot of energy. Because I'm lying in bed just going, oh, like I couldn't even get up to most of the situations. So while everyone else is talking to the police, I didn't even get my chance to talk to them because I'm too exhausted. Like I said, cleaning the car was enough for me. It was just the internal part of the car. I just sat on either side while Matt did the back of the car and just wiped and just did the gloop. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about the gloop, but it was fun. Fun. Until I did the pedals of the car and I went, oh, there's a bit of grease there. Ew. So anyway, oh my God, I am just, you know what? Antisocial drug using people that try and act like they have autism. No, you're an asshole. You don't have autism, you have assholeism. An autistic does not behave the way she was behaving. She turned it on and off like a tap. She could speak rational 1 minute, then she'd be yelling as if she was out of control the next. Then she was calm. That's BPD. And I'm sorry to all of you autistics. These are the people that make us look like the wrong person to some people. So it is a shit show. We're just reporting it to our property people because that's what they want us to do. And of course, if there's ever any them fighting to the point where they literally go at each other like they're what would you call it? Punch up wrestlers, you know, like professional wrestlers. It's just like, oh God, please, please, just, you know. And then, of course, we're discriminating against their relationship. We never said anything about their relationship. That was really weird too, because it's like, but, you know, I guess when you've got nothing, you've got to throw something. But not the autoimmune compromise thing. It's like, oh, that's funny, because, like, the partner literally just handed her, because I saw the video, a dirty bin, and she just picked it up like it was nothing. And I was like, yeah, you've really been educated by a doctor, or you really understand what it's like to be autoimmune compromised. You just prove yourself wrong. See, that's the noise you hear in the middle of the night when someone comes close to the house. Now, there is no one next to us there yet, and so it shouldn't have come from there. It wasn't coming from us because we were asleep. And then our neighbour, well, she's sort of around a corner, so it wasn't her. So there was no excuse. But anyway, this is what we're going through. Sorry I can't make better videos at the moment. I'll keep you posted. These are the basics. Like, I could go into nitty-gritty detail, but that's the basics. We are having a battle, but we've got our property person coming today because she wants to have a chat, which I'm grateful for, because she wants to check up on me anyway. And now that this is happening, even better, because there's a few things I want to talk to her about, and I think there's probably a few things that she'll want to talk to us about too. So it's good timing. And I just need to lay low today because I didn't get enough sleep. I only slept I mean, I got to sleep at a fairly reasonable time, but being woken up at 1:30, back to sleep at 3:30, awake at 6:30, not enough for a seizure patient, which is me. Not enough. High risk, bad day, again, second day in a row too. So, nonetheless, I will try and have a good day regardless, because you must not let other people rule your existence. And I think there was them trying to aggravate us, and we didn't rise to the bait. So just don't rise to bait of people that are like, have a brain the size of like sand, a grain of sand. Like, it's just no point. Okay, maybe it's the drugs, I don't know, but yeah, they got issues, and it's not autism. But anyway, I think that's just a cover-up because they don't want to say what's really wrong with them, but something's wrong. And it's not autism. They're unregulated constantly, and there's some mental health issue, mental illness, and just, I wish people just admitted that personally, because it's like, should there be any shame in that? There probably shouldn't be if that's what their genuine diagnosis is. But if they want to play that game, sorry to all you autistics like myself, we get offended by it, because it's like, no, we regulate ourselves. We don't go towards situations. We tend to flee situations. So I wish she would flee, as in flee in her house and shut the fuck up. So, and then of course when people are banging doors, oops, OCD kicking in. When people are banging doors, and then the funny thing was, my Matt was talking to her on the, and it's all in the recording, you know, just stop making noise, be quiet. This is, you know, everyone is being affected. This person, because everyone was out of their place being affected. Then the silly girl goes inside and starts banging the door. Bang, 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 bang. And it's like, oh my God, you just grow up. I'm sorry to pick on some of this generation, but the adulting ain't adulting. And autism is no excuse. She can talk, she can walk, she can comprehend, she can calm herself down like that when the police get there. She actually puts on a real nice voice. So I'm sorry, but some people just need to, I don't care how old you are, grow up. That's what they need to do. They need to just grow up. Okay, when you've been caught out on behaviours, and that's the funny thing, they think they're smart, but I can hear down the drain hole in my toilet, my bathroom. I heard the use of the different drug, and Sir repeated it to them, and yeah, the voice said it all. The response to that said it all, and because that is a REWA no-no, let alone a SDA no-no. So, wish us luck. Wish us luck on this dramatic journey. This is, like even the property people said, that one underneath you is like, we need to lock it up, sage it, and leave it. We're like, yep, I think so. It's just bad. So wish us luck, guys, that there's not much more we have to deal with on this situation. We're actually asking for a restraining order now, so that they aren't even able to come up to our level in the middle of the night like this and never affect us again. Because of course we have no reason to go to their level, because like what we've always done, if there's ever any problem that we hear, we just contact our property people like normal people do. So yeah, wish us luck. I'm so tired. See you guys.